Man hires a woman who looks exactly like his wife to pretend to be her. He brings the fake wife to visit his critically ill grandmother at the hospital, but his real wife catches them in the act. Rachel sees them being intimate and feels betrayed. She drives off without noticing the woman who looks just like her. The two imposters visit the grandmother, who is unable to tell the difference. However, when they leave, the man's father appears at the hospital. The fake wife, Aurora, is terrified of being exposed and losing her cover, but the father doesn't realize that she is not the real wife and is curious about her sudden change of heart. The real wife had confronted him at her own birthday party and insulted him, but now she apologizes and even says that she wants to save their marriage. The father is surprised by her sudden change of heart and decides to reconsider which son he will choose as his successor in the family business. Aurora then interrupts and says that everything should be according to her father's plan. This makes the father confused, and Nicholas worries that Aurora will reveal their secret. He quickly finds an excuse to get Aurora to leave. However, Aurora does not realize that the father and the real wife do not get along well. She says goodbye to the father respectfully and calls him dear husband. The father watches her leave and wonders what happened to her today. He praises his son and tells him that he should be able to handle his own wife. Back at home, Nicholas remembers what his grandmother told him, that his biological mother did not betray his father and was set up by someone else. He realizes that he needs to become stronger and gain his father's trust before he can bring his real mother back. He asks Rachel to delay the divorce for 2 years so that he can gain his father's trust and secure his position as the successor. Rachel thinks about what she saw at the hospital and gets angry. She wonders if the woman she saw is the reason why Nicholas wants to delay the divorce. She tells him that he is too afraid of his father's opinion and that he should be ashamed of himself as a grandson. She then leaves in anger. Nicholas suddenly realizes that Rachel saw him hiring a woman to impersonate her. He goes to their room and explains that he only saw a woman who looked like her and sent her to the hospital since Rachel didn't want to go. Rachel doesn't believe him and accuses him of using her as a tool to gain his father's trust while he is having an affair with another woman. She throws the divorce agreement at him and leaves in her Mercedes. Nicholas is left confused and helpless. Rachel disappears without a trace, and Nicholas can't reach her no matter how hard he tries. He assumes that she went back to her parents' home and calls her father, who also has no news of her. Meanwhile, the hospital calls to inform them of the grandmother's death. The family goes to the hospital, but Rachel is nowhere to be found. Nicholas lies to his father, saying that Rachel is traveling abroad. However, the father insists that Rachel must attend the funeral. Nicholas has no choice but to ask Aurora for help again, but she refuses, saying that the last time she saw the grandmother, she was mentally ill. However, Aurora becomes curious and asks if she really looks exactly like Nicholas's wife. Nicholas is stunned and asks her if she was adopted. Aurora finds him unreasonable and warns him that this question could upset her mother. Nicholas insists that Rachel and Aurora are doppelgangers and reveals that Rachel was adopted. However, Aurora remains unconvinced. Nicholas then tells her about his tragic life, how his mother abandoned him, and his father always looked down on him until he married Rachel. Nicholas's heartfelt words move Aurora, and she reluctantly agrees to help him for the last time. However, things won't be as simple as they seem, and this trip will change many people's fates.